Page 15 of today's Wall Street Journal in the editorials and opinions section. Really good article by Fawad Ajami where he says, why is the US left so ready to believe everything foreigners tell pollsters? And this is from the Pew Global Attitude Survey, where if you believe the polls, only 12% of Turks have a favorable view of the US and only 22% of Egyptians think well of America. There's always this big debate. We like Americans, but not their administration, or we feel the administration and the people go hand in hand. When you read this, did you get the idea the author was trying to balance this view slightly?
Yeah, I think he was trying to balance it, but I think it's wrong. I think there is a great deal of antipathy against American culture. I mean, the French, for example, hate the idea of American language or English language encroaching on their own language. They hate the idea of the spread of big American corporations, the big food chains, the restaurants and so on. They hate that idea because it actually takes over from their own homegrown culture. And that's what people dislike about America, and they dislike the perceived economic bullying and the economic power that they've got. That doesn't mean to say that they don't want to go and live there and don't want to go and enjoy a higher standard of living, which many of them could if they can get there. So that's, I think, is the balance between the two. On the one hand, people dislike the power and the encroaching culture, but on the other, they look upon America as a land of milk and honey.
How are you seeing
I think there's something naughty and attractive about America when people look at it. I mean, if you look at, think of any township or any of any village in Africa, you will find young men wearing T-shirts written Toronto or written Atlanta or New York. They have this aspiration to go and enjoy the land of the free, the hot dog and the hamburger because of the image that has been portrayed by the powerful American media. And I think to a large extent, people still have this strange relationship of Yankee go home, but take me with you. You know, I mean, it's a very interesting dichotomy, really.
Because, I mean, just mentioning where I'm from, in Jamaica, there's always this idea, well, they crush everything in its path, but wouldn't you like to be riding on the juggernaut? It's a very strange dichotomy.
Well, they seem certainly, the attraction of American sports has certainly impacted greatly on Jamaican cricket and West Indian cricket.
Oh, don't remind me, John.
And many of the players are now going to play, you know, basketball, American football and whatever, and not playing cricket. So, you know, that's the kind of thing. It's the draw of the American, the enormous power that they've got that a lot of people rail against. And I can understand why.